They say dogs love us unconditionally, but have you ever wondered if they can actually feel our love in return? It's something most dog owners take for granted. We pet them, we feed them, we walk them, and we think that's enough. But according to science, there are ways to truly connect with your dog on a deeper emotional level, ways that let your dog feel the love, not just assume it. And it all starts with understanding how dogs interpret the world differently from us. One of the most powerful, yet often overlooked, ways to build a deep emotional connection with your dog is through eye contact. But not just any eye contact. It's not about dominance or staring contests like humans might think. For dogs, true bonding happens during the quiet, peaceful moments. Picture this: you and your dog are lying on the couch after a long day, their head resting gently on your leg. You look into their eyes, not intensely, but with a soft, relaxed gaze, your heart calm and open. In that instant, something remarkable unfolds. Both your brain and your dog's brain begin releasing oxytocin, the hormone responsible for love and attachment. That simple, wordless moment is full of depth and safety. There's no command being given, no trick being asked, just presence, just trust. And in that trust, a bond strengthens that words could never touch. These small, intentional glances filled with tenderness tell your dog, "I see you, I'm here, and you're safe with me." It's not flashy or loud, it's quiet magic. And sometimes, the strongest messages are the ones we never speak out loud, but simply feel and share through our eyes. That quiet magic doesn't end with your gaze, it continues through your hands. Touch, when offered with patience and care, becomes a conversation between souls. It's not just about petting your dog, it's about how and where you touch them, and whether you're truly listening as you do. Dogs, like people, have boundaries and preferences. What feels comforting to one dog might feel startling to another. The key is observation and empathy. Try soft strokes behind their ears, gentle rubs on their chest, or long, soothing motions down their back. Watch how your dog responds. Do they lean in, give a soft sigh, or close their eyes? That's their way of saying, "Yes, this feels good." But go too fast, pat the top of their head roughly, or touch without tuning in, and the connection is lost. It becomes something you're doing to them, not with them. And dogs, at their core, seek partnership, not dominance. When your hands move with kindness, when you pause to see what brings them comfort, your touch becomes a language of trust. Over time, these small physical acts say what words can't. I know you. I respect you. I love you. And in return, your dog relaxes into that love, feeling safe in your presence. And just as your hands speak, so does your voice soften more than you realize. Your voice is one of the most powerful tools. You have to show love to your dog because dogs don't just hear your words, they feel your tone. To your dog, how you speak matters far more than what you say. A soft, upbeat, affectionate tone can brighten their mood and pull their attention like magic. It's the same way we instinctively talk to babies. Our pitch rises, our words stretch into song, our energy becomes playful and warm. This isn't just cute behavior, it's backed by science. Studies show dogs are more responsive to this type of voice, often called dog-directed speech. It's comforting, familiar, and filled with emotional cues they understand. Try it the next time your dog curls up beside you. Say their name with gentle enthusiasm. Tell them they're a good dog in a sing-song voice. Whisper something sweet as they drift off to sleep. These simple rituals build emotional bridges. They create moments of joy and recognition that your dog will crave. Because to a dog, your voice is more than noise, it's music, safety, and love all wrapped in one. And when you speak with care, your dog feels it deep in their heart. But love isn't just about affection, it's also about recognition. It's about honoring who your dog is beneath the surface, a deeply intelligent, curious being whose mind craves exploration. Every day, your dog is quietly seeking meaning, asking the world for puzzles to solve and mysteries to uncover. When you give your dog a puzzle toy to solve, or hide treats in a snuffle mat, you're not just passing the time, you're feeding their soul. You're saying, "I see how clever you are, and I want to challenge you in ways that make you proud." These small moments of stimulation give your dog purpose. They reduce anxiety, strengthen focus, and build quiet confidence. It's not about keeping your dog busy, it's about letting them know their mind matters. And when they finally unlock that toy or find the last hidden treat, their joy isn't just about food, it's about accomplishment, about being seen, loved not just for being sweet or loyal, but for being smart and capable. That same love flows into the way you walk together. Not the rushed, straight-ahead kind of walk, where your mind is on errands and your eyes are on your phone, but the slow, meandering kind, where your dog leads with their nose and their heart. These aren't just walks, they're stories being told in scent. What seems ordinary to you, a patch of grass, a tree, a pile of leaves, is a wonderland to your dog. Every sniff is a message, every pause a conversation. When you slow down and allow those pauses, you're saying, this moment is for you. You're showing them that their experience of the world matters just as much as yours. And in that shared silence, in that simple act of letting them sniff a little longer, your bond grows. Not through control, but through compassion. Not through speed, but through presence. Because sometimes love means following instead of leading. And in following, you begin to hear more clearly, not with your ears, but with your heart. Because dogs are always speaking, even without words. A lowered head might be a whisper of worrying. A flick ear could be a question. A tucked tail might be a soft cry for space. When we notice these subtle signs, when we pause instead of pushing, we show something that runs deeper than obedience. We show respect. Real, heartfelt respect. It's the difference between telling your dog what to do and inviting them into a shared life. It transforms training into trust. It turns commands into conversations. And the more we listen, the more they open up. Not because they fear us, but because they feel safe. Because they know that even in silence, they are heard. And when that trust is there, even the smallest gesture can carry great meaning. A treat, when given at just the right moment, becomes more than a reward, it becomes a marker of joy. It says, I saw that. You did something brave or thoughtful or kind. It becomes a memory your dog holds onto, a flash of delight tied forever to your presence. These high-value moments after a challenge, after a return, after a quiet pause are like stitching threads into the fabric of your relationship. Not just food, but feeling. Not just behavior, but bonding. And as these moments accumulate, as joy builds upon joy, your dog begins to look at you not just as their caretaker, but as their person. Their safe place. Their home. Where your dog sleeps at night might seem like a small thing, but it holds surprising emotional weight. Being close to you, whether at the foot of the bed or simply in the same room, brings them a sense of security. It says, I belong here. I'm part of this family. Especially for dogs still adjusting to a new home or recovering from past fears, that closeness can be the difference between restless anxiety and peaceful sleep. You're not just letting them rest. You're letting them feel safe. Training is often seen as a task, a series of commands and routines. But when done with patience and positivity, it becomes something much deeper. Positive reinforcement isn't about control. It's about communication. It's saying, you did something wonderful and I see you. Each success becomes a celebration, a shared moment of pride. Over time, your dog learns that working with you is rewarding in every sense of the word. Not because they have to, but because they want to. Dogs are emotional mirrors. They watch us more than we realize. Your mood, your posture, your energy, they pick up on all of it. If you're anxious, they might become unsettled. If you're calm, they start to relax. It's not just about how we act around them. It's about how we feel around them. When we ground ourselves, breathe, and meet them with steady energy, they feel that balance. And in return, they offer their trust. Because in the end, love to a dog isn't measured by grand gestures or perfect training. It isn't about having all the answers or doing everything right. It's found in the quiet in between, the way you sit beside them without needing to speak, the softness in your hands when you reach out, the warmth in your voice when you call their name. It's in the patience you show on the hard days, when they're unsure or afraid, and you stay anyway. That's where your dog feels it, not just safety, but something deeper, a knowing, a belonging. You become more than just their person, you become their world. And when that kind of connection takes root, You'll feel it before you see it. In the way they follow you from room to room. In the way their body relaxes when you're near. In the stillness of a shared glance that needs no explanation. And one day, when the world goes quiet and it's just the two of you, you'll catch it, that soft, steady gaze that says everything without saying a word. I know! I love you too. That's the language of love. And your dog has been speaking it all along.